is going to be a problem.
¿Está de nuestro lado?
Sometimes I wonder. Put her out of your mind. The dream scourge is more than enough for us to chew on. At least for now. Oh, before I forget, Liviana gave you a clean bill of health. You're cleared to leave for Emerald Stair. Fair warning, Animanters and Adirians don't mix well. Their kind can be a tad, unhinged. A fair point. No one survives this place without losing a little sanity along the way.
They're a fun bunch. Crazy, but fun.
Wonderful. Now I have to keep a tight grip on my soul on top of everything else.
Should you cross paths with Ludwig? Well, try not to. I have no idea what's gotten into her. Safe travels. I'm told Emerald Stair's beautiful this time of year.
Envoy. Ahora, ¿qué quieren, güey?
Ironic. No. Paradis clearly understands your intent.
Careful. He could be a messenger. Or this could get interesting.
Adirians are all around us. It behooves us to be discreet. My compatriots have observed your judgment. We have a message for you. We do not give second warnings. Consider this one carefully.
Otra vez. Sí, claro. Ay.
We have touched something like your dreams before. Our roots entwine, but we cannot linger here long. We must know. A life for a life. A killer's blood billows in the drain, dead like the bear. We do not understand. Was this a mercy too? Eat or bleed. Rule of the wild. We know these shapes. Still. A dam broke. We wept in the dark when your soul slipped away. We feared for you, felt your agony. We could not forgive. Petals disperse on the wind. Wake now. We have tending to do.
Hold a moment. They tell me you're going to Emerald Stair. Business or pleasure? Well,
Negocios.
just remember to cover your mouth, sneeze into your elbow, and sleep with lavender under your pillow. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwig barged past me. She was looking none too pleased. That'd be my guess as well, though it could be anything. She seemed to have a lot on her mind. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwig's on the prowl. Tread lightly.
As long as she's not on our scent. Hopefully, your handling of Egwolf brought us some grace with her.
You're cleared to pass, Envoy.
Ah, ok, eso sí.
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradis. I had no idea how tense things were with the Adirians moving in.
And Egwolf's death won't help matters.
You had to know that might happen. I mean, you've met Ludwig, right?
Regardless, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Adirian soldiers.
They're certainly making their presence known. Can't say they're making any friends, though.
I don't like that Ludwig woman. She gives me the vricas.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift. Taking in the slack is one thing. They look ready to strangle each other with it.
Then it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm? Unless they have their own use for you. That's what's giving me the shakes.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
Abríamos.
Fair enough, but I wouldn't expect a warm welcome. Hilgard's already brought your homeland's prohibitions against animancy to paradise.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior is, an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches, all surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island.
They're an eccentric bunch. You'll see. It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
They don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops. We'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway... You won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delimgon bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines. Well, you came to the right place.
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy.
Okay,
That's the
that was.
spirit. What about you, Mars? What's next?
I have, things to do back in Paradise. It keeps me plenty busy.
Come to think of it, I haven't been to Emerald Stair in a while, and the Envoy's never been. Know any good guides we could hire?
None that could help the two of you. You need the best guide in the lands to keep you from getting yourselves killed.
Yeah. Who else is gonna show us which mushrooms we can eat, and which ones want to eat us?
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling through the lands with this Nimdut. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs, and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
Busca la cava. Ok. Pues órale, güey. De una voz. Sí, güey. Ñam, 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 ñam. Cheto con forma de Charizard se está vendiendo a miles de dólares. ¿Es en serio? Oh, mames. Y sabes qué es lo peor de todo, que la gente los compra, güey. Nah, no mames, eso está hecho. Eso está hecho. Eso no salió natural, güey. No mames, está muy. A ver, ¿qué pedo con los hongos, güey? ¿Qué pedo con los hongos cocainómanos, güey? A la verga, se envenenan. Espera, güey, mátelos, por favor. Espera, voy a morir, güey.
Oh, fantastic. People. I was about to
Oh,
lose my
no,
wits.
ya vamos a empezar con las furras.
Rose question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She
¿Qué
knocks.
pedo con la gremlin
We would
esta,
answer.
güey?
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you?
No sé nada.
Sansa? Absolutely not. Cute as a button, but he's so high-strung. I pursue my own academic interests. Interests that require the vase in the ruins. And a ladder. But perhaps we don't need one.
Güey.
You're tall.
Y aparte habla como si hubiera inhalado helio, güey. Che voz de niño, güey.
Oh, of course. Why would a priceless artifact be important? Well, I'm not surprised you don't know of the Godless. But they were here in the Living Lands long before we were. Long before anyone else, as far as I can tell. Give or take a few thousand years. They lived on every corner of the lands. You must have passed a few of their ruins on the way here. The big ones, with spires that look more than a little phallic. A lot of their structures were embedded in the ground. They lived in harmony with the land. I mean, as much as you can live in harmony with the land actively trying to kill you. Maybe it was nicer back then. 30 years of research, and as far as I can tell, they just upped and disappeared one day. Fascinating, right? Well, what's important is that the vase is within my grasp, now that I've a tall, dark, and handsome stranger to help.
A ver, alto, moreno y no más, ¿de dónde, güey?
There's a vase in this ruin that's too high for me to reach. Fetch it for me. I can pay you in skates if you do. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yatsley, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom. Andra's titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the vase down, but alas. Thankfully, you and your little friends came along and saved the day.
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are, Nimdude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you.
Me prometiste.
Yes, I didn't I? The cost is well worth it. Such a godless artifact is worth its weight in gold. Think of all the secrets and memories it holds.
Sí me debería conocerlos.
Well, I'm not surprised you don't know of the Godless. But they were here in the Living Lands long before we were. Long before anyone else, as far as I can tell. Give or take a few thousand years. They lived on every corner of the lands. You must have passed a few of their ruins on the way here. The big ones, with spires that look more than a little phallic. A lot of their structures were embedded in the ground. They lived in harmony with the land.
¿Qué voy a decir? Ya me lo
As much as you
dijo.
can live in harmony with the land actively trying to kill you. Maybe it was nicer back then. 30 years of research, and as far as I can tell, they just upped and disappeared one day. Fascinating,
Güey,
right?
¿por qué se repitieron los diálogos? Deja de hablar de...
Don't ask questions unless you want the answers, dearie.
Algunos...
Of course. Follow the path through the fields. The settlement walls should appear through the fog. I'd best pack up myself. I have a vase to study. Thank you for your help, godlike. Even if you didn't have a ladder.
Ah, Ado. You've caught me at an unfortunate time. You wouldn't happen to be an animancer?
Me tengo que no.
Matico. I mean, forgive me. It has been a trying week. If I have to chase down one more revenant, I'll lose my mind.
Pues
I
no
don't know.
sí.
They just disappear. I wish they would at least come back. Soon I won't have any left.
Tenemos que cancelar antes de que la gente entre en pánico.
People are used to the damned things wandering around. I'm the one who's panicking here. If Elia finds out, I'll never hear the end of it. She wouldn't push her research far enough. She wasn't willing to take risks.
Whatever you all are doing, it's clearly working wonders so far.
And how's that risk-taking working out for you?
You know, maybe there is something. Maybe I know where they went. I've caught them trying to shamble off to the nearby lake before. Revenants aren't very bright. That can't be a coincidence. They must be attracted to something. It could even have power over them.
Contra los muertos, solo tengo que saber
I
más.
was hoping you'd say that. Just follow the trail of revenants. I'd look myself, but I don't trust the few subjects I have left. Oh, and if you find something, I'd be grateful if you brought it here. I want to see whether it leads the surviving revenants back. The only way to find out is to experiment.
Depresión de Felipe. No mames, ¿por qué Felipe está deprimido, güey? La vida es muy bonita. No mami, ¿cómo pretenden que llegues para allá, güey? ¡Cáchame, pichongo! ¡Ay, güey! ¿Y mis compas dónde están? ¿Quién sabe? Ay, cabrón, espérate. ¿Será? ¿Será por aquí? No, no es por aquí. A ver, ahí viene. A ver, ¿qué es esto? Ven, agarra el pasto este. Ah, la vez ese güey más chiquitos. Güey, dispara. Güey, dispárale. Gracias. Güey, ni con su ataque de skill acá, güey. Se murió ese güey. Se me hace que ese güey ya no está haciendo daño.
Oh, finally a rescuer. I was beginning to lose my voice.
Con Yepeto versión 4.
I'm not dead yet. Just too tired to climb up. Oh, 1 minute. I'm engrossed in my research. The next thing I know, whew, my workshop is in this damn pit.
No sé las cosas.
Not until lately. Now they're everywhere. The ruins were probably stable until those roots showed up. Quilici warned Vidaro that the roots would swallow the soil. As usual, nobody listened to him. So, here we are. We've never had plants like these. I'm no botanist, but even I can tell that something's not right.
Bueno, te ayudaré a subir.
Nonsense! I can't go yet. My notes are down here somewhere. They contain priceless data on the wildlife around Fjord.
Pero tienes que ver un sanador.
Nah, stop treating me like a bag of bones and listen for a minute. As soon as I dug them out, a gang of sporlings ran off with them. I can heave myself topside in time, but I'm in no shape to fight. Help with one hand and disparage with the other, huh? Fine, I'll take it. They ran into the ruins. Now hurry. I can't have a sporling eating my life's work. For all I know, they could be halfway to Nakutadek by now.
Ay, oh, varo. La poción. Más varo. Ok. Oh, supongo que es por acá. A ver, ¿está viendo hacia acá? Ah, es que está viendo hacia acá, güey. Ah, chale. No mames, ese güey por chismoso ya lo bateé. ¿Se murió?
That's all of
them. No, ay, esos están muy cagados, güey. Quítate. Supongo que esto está... O sea, obviamente esto está limitado.
You're alive? I mean, you're back. Ah, did you find my notes? Ah, yes. The cover's a little worse for wear, but the notes are intact. My findings on squirrel essence are going to change everything. Everything. As everyone knows, squirrel brains grow and shrink in accordance with the nut season. So I thought, what if a squirrel's soul shrinks too? Huh? I propose that the size of our soul corresponds to our brain mass. If it weren't for this sinkhole, I would have already submitted it. I can't imagine any of my specimens are still intact, and I'll have to find somewhere to sleep. But I've got my notes. I can try again. Take this. Buy yourself something nice. It's the least I can do.
Será el desconocido.
The water is beautiful, wouldn't you agree? The surface is calm, but the depths are full of life.
¿Tú eres quien estuvo trayendo la relación de la
Birds
granja?
orphans, you mean? No, there is a power here that far surpasses me. In the time of the ancients, a piece of the sky fell here. Then came the
Aplicó
water.
la chica illegal, güey.
It pulses with essence, though it does not live. You are a godlike. I'm surprised it did not speak to you. Call it whatever pleases you. Andra knows it by another name. Forgive me. We have no reason to know each other. I mediate between mortals and the Lady of Lament. Some call me a gift bearer.
Oh, good. I could use a new pair of boots.
We had one come to Paradise once.
No
Thought he was a grifter.
mames.
Especially
¿Es
since he
en
only
serio?
seemed to want tokens made
Barras.
of gold or gems.
Pero ¿y con quién planea usarlos? Si nada más estamos 3 hombres aquí,
The
güey.
same as anywhere. Gift bearers heal soul wounds. And the wound here is quite potent. The shard of sky is a fragment of Ioni Bratha. When the moon shattered, it fell here. Its memory is long and full of pain.
Ay, ojo que está trayendo negocios de lagos. ¿Es recordar?
Perhaps. Whatever they are looking for, they should not be here. A remnant of Andra's loss should have nothing to offer them. Yet, still they gather.
¿Cómo
If
puedo
you
ayudar?
retrieve the stone, find me at the harbor to the south. I have plans for it.
Ah, se la va a fumar, güey.
Take care when you breach the surface, though. The vessels might react.
¿Cuál es el
The
riesgo?
tender of Bereth's orphanage. Yes, I've seen him. I fear he meddles in dangerous forces. Still, I respect your vow of aid. Make sure you hold your breath, godlike. Your work in this life is not finished.
I know that's what I want to hear before I go this time.
Recupera el meteorito del lago.
Let's get the sky rock from the lake full of corpses so we can help out the creepy water priest.
Ok. Ay, está bien profundo. No mames, como cuando me dijo que era virgen. No, qué virgen. Ay, güey. No mames, me voy a morir, güey. En el chile no tengo el oxígeno suficiente, güey. Ah, no, sí. Se veía más profundo. Meteorito misterioso. Larga pegada, se pasa transmitir, se va a desprende un calor pasado hacia el agua.
There. That's Thomas' old house. Place feels different without him. He left something
A ver, está
behind.
lleno de...
Help me look around. So much here reminds me of Tama. It's strange to be back without him. I still can't imagine what he wanted me to find. Say, what's that you're holding?
Parece una especie
Yeah.
de talla.
Yeah, it is.
¿Estás bien?
Damn you, Tama. Damn you. I carved this for him years ago. I had no idea he'd kept it, let alone. All this time, I never knew. And he tells me like this, when he's long gone, leaving me with nothing but a piece of driftwood I gave him years ago.
¿Sabes que él te amaba?
Would be if he just told me. I never gave him any reason to be coy. And we knew each other for years. We were close. I trusted him with things in my past. Things I don't talk about.
Que abriste y temiste que te rechazara después de conocerte de verdad.
Sometimes I wish you weren't so damn perceptive.
¿Alguna vez le dijiste cuánto
Did I tell him? Huh. I was a mess when we met. I'd been through the battles in Deadfire and a handful of mercenary campaigns since. I was a chewed-up piece of flotsam drifting to the living lands.
Es un no.
You're damn right.
¿Y por qué crees que no te dijo?
Tom always saw right through me. He knew what I was.
Alguien a quien amaba.
A coward who failed him. I let him down. He was always there when I needed him. But when he needed me,
Escuchar.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna need some time with this.
No, sígueme contando el chiste. Maldita sea, güey. Me gustaría que trataras
You
mejor.
wouldn't say that if you knew. Never mind. I appreciate you listening, especially since we haven't talked much, just the two of us. Let's keep moving. A little fresh air will clear my head.